Hello everyone, and welcome to English Radio. Here, you can learn English through stories, by listening, imagining, and improving your speaking skills naturally. So, sit back, relax, and let's begin today's story, The Golden Box. In a quiet little village, surrounded by endless green fields, lived a poor farmer named Victor. He was an honest man, strong, simple, and full of dreams. Every morning before sunrise, Victor would walk barefoot to his small field. The earth was hard, the wind was dry, and his tools were old. Still, he worked with love, plowing, sowing, and watering, hoping the soil would one day reward his hard work. Victor lived in a tiny mud house with his wife, Maria, and their 2 children, David and Lisa. Their home stood at the edge of the village, with a big mango tree behind it and a small pond nearby. They also had 2 loyal pets, a playful cat named Mimi and a brave dog named Rocky. Life was hard, but their hearts were soft. They didn't have much, only enough food for the day. Yet the family was bound together by love. At night, they would sit outside under the stars. Victor told his children funny stories from his childhood. Maria smiled, and the kids laughed. The cat purred, the dog barked, and the whole world felt peaceful. But behind Victor's smile, there was a quiet sadness, a small voice in his heart that whispered every night, "If only I had more money, my family could live better." One hot afternoon, after a long day in the field, Victor sat down by the road to rest. He wiped his sweaty face and looked up at the blue sky. That's when he noticed a man walking toward him. The man looked different, calm, mysterious, and dressed in simple clothes, but his eyes were deep and kind. "Good afternoon, my friend," said the man softly. "Good afternoon," Victor replied. "You seem to be from far away." The stranger nodded. "Yes, I travel a lot. But tell me, you look troubled. What worries you?" "Victor, Siget, I work day and night, yet I can't give my children a better life. Sometimes I wonder if I'll always be poor." The man smiled. "You are rich already, but you just don't see it." Victor frowned. "Rich? Look at me. My clothes, my home, my land. How can I be rich?" The stranger slowly took out a small, golden box from his bag. It shimmered like fire under the sun. "Take this," the man said. "This is my gift to you." Victor's eyes widened. "What's inside?" The stranger smiled. "Open it when you reach home. But remember, every gift carries a lesson." Before Victor could say another word, the man turned and walked away, disappearing down the dusty road. Victor sat there for a moment, confused but curious. Then he picked up the box, held it close to his chest, and ran home. When Victor reached home, he shouted, "Maria, David, Lisa, come quickly." The family gathered around the small table as Victor placed the shiny box in the middle. Lisa's eyes sparkled. "It's beautiful." "Open it, Papa." Victor lifted the lid slowly and froze. Inside the box were dozens of shining gold coins. Maria gasped. "Gold? Oh my goodness, Vic! It's real gold." Victor's heart started racing. "We're rich. We're finally rich." The children screamed with joy. Rocky barked loudly, and even little Mimi jumped onto the table, curious about the shining coins. That night, their tiny house was filled with laughter. They talked about their dreams, a bigger home, new clothes, good food, and a better school for the children. For the first time in his life, Victor felt powerful. He looked at the box and said proudly, "No more worries. Our life begins today." But when night came, Victor couldn't sleep. He kept looking at the golden box beside his bed. "What if someone finds out?" he whispered to Maria. "What if thieves come? What if they steal it?" Maria tried to calm him. "Don't worry, Victor. Nobody knows. Let's just thank God for the blessing." But Victor didn't rest. He got up several times to check the box. He even hid it under the floor and locked the door. The next day, he didn't go to the field. "I'll stay home," he told Maria. someone might come looking for it. Day after day, Victor became more and more afraid. He stopped laughing. He stopped talking. Even his children noticed. "Papa," David said one morning, "why don't we play by the pond anymore?" Victor frowned. "No, stay inside." "It's not safe," Lisa asked. "Can we tell our friends about the gold?" "Never," Victor shouted. "Don't speak of it again." The children went silent. Maria sighed. She missed the old Victor, the man who used to sing while working in the fields. Even their pets seemed to feel the tension. Mimi sat quietly in the corner, and Rocky barked less and less. The gold that had promised happiness now brought fear, silence, and sadness. One evening, as Victor sat alone in the dark, he whispered, "I thought gold would make us happy, but I was wrong." He realized his hands trembled, not from work, but from worry. The golden box had become a burden. The next morning, Victor made a choice. He picked up the golden box, wrapped it in a piece of cloth, and began to walk. He didn't tell Maria or the children where he was going. He just said, "I'll be back." He walked for hours under the burning sun, through fields and forests, across rivers and dusty paths. His feet ached, but his heart felt lighter with every step. Finally, he reached the same road where he had met the stranger. And there he was, sitting calmly as before, smiling gently. Victor approached him and placed the golden box at his feet. "Sir," Victor said softly, "please take this back." The stranger looked at him kindly. "Why, my friend? Didn't it make you happy?" Victor sighed. "At first, yes, I thought I had everything. But soon, I lost my peace. I became afraid of losing it. I stopped working, stopped laughing, stopped living. I don't want it anymore." The stranger nodded. "So you've learned the lesson." Victor frowned. "Lesson?" The man smiled. "Gold can fill your hands, but it cannot fill your heart. True happiness doesn't come from what you own, it comes from what you feel. You already had love, family, and peace. That was your real wealth." Victor's eyes filled with tears. "You're right, I see it now." The stranger placed a hand on Victor's shoulder. "Then go home, my friend. Live with joy and never forget peace is the richest treasure." When Victor looked up again, the stranger was gone. Only the soft sound of wind and birds remained. Victor walked home slowly, but his heart was lighter than ever. The golden box was gone, yet he felt richer than before. When Maria saw him, she ran to him. "Victor, you're back. Where were you?" He smiled. "I returned the gold." Maria looked shocked. "You what?" "I don't need it," Victor said. "I found something more precious, peace." She looked into his eyes and saw something she hadn't seen in weeks. A calm, gentle smile. That night, they all ate together, laughed again, and even the pets played happily. The fear was gone. The air felt pure. The next morning, as the sun rose, Victor went back to his field. The soil was dry, but the sky was clear. He picked up his plow and began to work, humming softly, just like before. Maria and the children watched from the house. David said, "Mama, Papa is smiling again." "Yes," Maria said, smiling too, "because now he knows we don't need gold to be happy." And the moral of the story is this: money can buy things, but it can't buy peace. True happiness comes from contentment, love, and gratitude. Not from gold, but from the heart. Thank you for listening to English Radio. If you enjoyed this story, please subscribe for more English listening stories. Keep learning, keep growing, and remember, happiness lives within you. See you in the next story.